So, we just had a live press conference. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the past week. When were we gonna get a press conference? And what was Nick Sirianni gonna say in this press conference? So let's talk about the things that Nick Sirianni said. He began. It all began with Jeffrey Lurie talking for like 20 straight minutes. I wish there was like a mute button that could shut this guy up. But no. On the real note, Jeffrey Lurie actually spoke first, delivering opening remarks that rambled on for like 15 minutes. I was like watching. It was like watching a congressional filibuster. I think that's what they call those things. Yeah. And gave Eagles head coach interviews went for like 10 hours, 7 to 10 hours. That's what he was elaborating off of. Sirianni he kind of what's it called? He kind of looks like Mark Parzetta. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but that's what he sounded like. He talked about guys that he referred to as older brothers, like Frank Reich. He talked about his family and how his dad was his first head coach. His dad was his first coach, and his brothers. He always talked to them, and all his older brothers like gave him tips and stuff on being good head coaches. He seemed more comfortable talking about questions versus doing that opening statement. He's been with defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon for the past 3 years, and he thinks of him and he thinks his football IQ is off the charts. He has spoken to Hurts and Wentz, and he said he's excited to work with Hurts. Sirianni didn't really give away anything about the quarterback situation. He really wants to work with Wentz and Hurts. He can't. He just cannot wait for this. That press conference took a long time, but the thing that stood out to me was that Nick Sirianni at the end of the press conference said that Howie and his staff have put together a talented group, which is totally BS. Sirianni is a quick learner, and Nick Sirianni said that Howie Roseman has say on the 53-man roster, and what Nick Sirianni has like 47 of them. That pissed me off. I don't want Howie touching anything. He can't evaluate talent, and when it comes to drafting talent, it hasn't really worked out. We have to hope that Nick Sirianni has some power, and we have to hope that Jeffrey Lurie takes his ego aside and finally realizes that Howie Roseman has been the piece of the puzzle, and he's been the reason we've been so bad for the past decade. And in Howie Roseman's tenure, he's been nothing but a bad head coach, a bad general manager, which Jeffrey Lurie doesn't look at. I don't know what Howie Roseman has on Jeffrey Lurie, but it really isn't good. So that's what I wanted to elaborate off of. Um, Leave your guys' takes down below. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you know. And with all that being said, I'm out of here.